We got what, 10 minutes for these gentlemen? Slated like 10 minutes for them? Yeah. Yeah, we got about 10 minutes. Heat up. Test, test. Is this working? Test, test. Where's Jeremy? Jeremy, this working?
You're wasted.
Test, test. Can you tell? Or is it my mic? This one's on. Nice work, guys. All right, we got to get going, yeah? Okie dokie, artichoke. Tell them to kill the music and then we'll get started.
You guys can kill the music and we'll get going. Are you ready?
You left him hanging. I got you. I got you.
Sorry, I thought you were telling everybody to like quiet down.
No, you'll know when I say that. Yeah. All right, good morning, everybody.
Woo! Good morning.
Amazing turnout in July. I can't even believe it. I thought everybody'd be at the pool or on vacation right now.
It's too hot for the pool.
I really do appreciate everybody showing up for today's sales meeting. Thank you very much. Good morning, Buell, Valerie.
Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, Aaron.
Okay, you want to get this party started?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
All right, we're going to start out with some really great shout outs. I wanted to highlight Miss Chloe. So within a month's time, mind you, she's a brand new agent. She's been with us maybe 3 months.
Not even, yep.
Not even 3 months.
Not
She
working.
has 3 new builds under contract and a resell under contract. So she started hitting her SOI and prospecting right out of the gate, and we're so incredibly proud of her, and the details that she's putting into these transactions is amazing. So great job, Chloe. I think she's at home watching.
I have a big shout out for someone that's near and dear to my heart, Miss Raina. 2
All of our
closings
hearts.
this month, 1 SOI, 1 Zillow Flex, 18,000 GCI, all that's, here or there. What I really want to give her a shout out for is her personal growth. She has some challenges with some of those escrows. She worked through it and she's becoming a complete professional. And I want to say great job, way to work hard and way to fix it.
And I got
Open houses are next. You're going to master open houses and then you're going to be the total package. All right.
I have an impromptu shout out. One is for Christian. Probably closed one of his hardest transactions of his career. Okay, a week on the phone, we got it to the finish line. But I'm really proud of him because it was a lead that he nurtured for a year from an open house with a $21,000 GCI. So big round for him. And then his super stud, Zach Dunmeyer, his roommate over here, he was generating Facebook leads, finally got one to go into contract today. And what's the sales price going to be on that one? It's not even going to see. We're going to get it under contract. What's the number on that? $369. And how much was it to run that ad for you? $250 to make $8,000. Sounds pretty good to me. Big round for him. Great job, guys.
Awesome. All right, so we're always trying to make things a little easier for all of you. We see your messages requesting handyman services. Who can I reach out for construction services? And even though we have partners for you on Element, we decided to partner up with a company that's all in one. It's a one-stop shop for you, and they are Custom Fit, and they're here to talk to us today.
Yeah, so we're going to bring up Custom Fit and their team. They're going to go over construction, repairs, et cetera, et cetera. And Colton actually has a team over here that just joined Life Realty as well. So we'll let these guys get up here and talk it out, and we got a microphone for you as well, Colton.
Perfect.
There you go.
Hello, everybody. So I'm Colton Smith. So I'm one of the owners of the company. These here are my partners. So at the bottom of this, you'll see who do we reach out to for each service. So we are a one-stop shop. We do have a full B license, full B2 license. So any general construction you guys need, we can do everything from landscape design, pool and spa, reconstruction, new builds. We can do it all. Okay. Outside of that, we also have a handyman service. And the reason why we developed the handyman service is because there's such a need for it in our industry. Okay, so Shane here runs that division. His number is at the bottom. So anything from inspection report, repairs, to just being the source for your clients. You close on a transaction, you want to be their source for real estate, even if it is repairs of the house they just bought from you. So if you can provide that value, you are now more valuable to your client base, okay? And this is a value-based market that we are in. So if you guys want to hand some of these out, this gives a little information. The other thing that we have is a revenue share. So what we do is we partner with our agents. We then share the revenue that comes in with those agents from referrals. So if you guys refer either handyman service, general construction, pool and spa, your average pool and spa these days is averaging from the pool to the landscape around it around $80,000. So just to start out with, a 1% gets you in the first 5 transactions, you get a 1% revenue share. Okay, so just with the average pool build, you're gonna get $800, okay? And then it goes up from there as you refer more, okay? We have agents that have referred casitas, backyard redesigns, new builds, remodels. We have one right now that's an $800,000 backyard remodel with a casita. She's gonna make close to $20,000 revenue share on that. So in this market of less transactions, more agents, it's always nice to have another pillar of income, okay? So we want to be that pillar for you guys. So if you guys need construction drawings on pool, backyard, stuff like that, AJ here, he's in charge of the pool and spa division. He does the drawings for them. So they can come to his office. They have a screen on the wall like this. They can do the designs. We have the material at the office. I suggest you guys take part in every aspect you possibly can, because again, you want to be the value proposition for your business and for your clients. If you are the center of that real estate world, you will get those referrals, okay? So you want the phone to ring. This is a tool in your tool belt. Use that tool, okay? General construction, Eric Watkins, he will be the sales rep that will meet you at the property with your clients, walk through the house. Anything you guys can dream of, we can put it together. It's just time and money, that's all. Shane here, like I said, handyman service. The one thing that he also does is, because he's worked with me probably the longest out of all of them, except for my brother. He's worked with me since I was a little baby. But he's been with me a long time. I've been in the real estate world for a long time. So he understands the importance of the inspection, repair, request, and stuff of that nature. I always suggest have the seller get it fixed. Don't let your buyer walk into a can of worms. However, in those situations, you can request credits. He can help with cost evaluation of that request, okay? So if you're in a situation where you're in a train wreck and the inspection report is borderline getting your client to walk away, reach out to him. See if he can put a number to it and you can keep the deal salvaged, okay? All right, if you have a listing, inspection report comes back and they want a $10,000 credit to fix the dishwasher, send it over to him. We are a licensed company, okay? Licensed, bonded, the whole 9 yards. We're not, somebody that's just working out of the back of their truck. So we can provide them with estimates to prove the value, okay? So also my brother Trent, he has the electrical side of the business, so he's a master electrician. But he also helps me kind of run the whole show. So if there's ever a time where either I need to be there or he needs to be there along with some of our superintendents, he's somebody that you'll see around job sites if you are involved, okay? So this is the crew. We also have superintendents. We also have office admin at our office over off of Sunset and Decatur, okay? So if your clients need to come in and meet, we don't run the construction business out of our backyard, okay? Not out of the back of our truck. We have a full service office, okay? So you can meet them at our office. We could do material selections at the office, okay? So it adds an air of legitimacy when you're meeting your clients at a general construction office, a pool and spa office, and you are now, like I said, providing that professional value, okay? That is going to separate you from the rest in this market we are in, okay? So if any of you guys have questions right now about pool and spa, handyman, general construction, I'll open it up to you guys. That's our spiel.
Any questions from the group?
I do want to point out something really quick, what you said, because it's so relevant for us on a daily basis with our escrows. One, we understand when we get the request for repair, we can get quotes from Shane. But when you're on the flip side on the listing appointment and you're at the house and you see a hole in the wall or they need something repainted or resurfaced, and like we don't want to do that, be on top of it and ahead of the game. Reach out to Sean, get those quotes just so you have them on top of mind. So when the buyers do request, you can sit down with your seller and on an educational level say, here's what this license opinion is. Then we can negotiate with the buyer. So be proactive about it. We're not telling them they have to fix it, but you want some numbers floating around before we get to the buyers.
And I'll piggyback on that. Two things that we've used in the past that has helped out is number one, you have a great listing. The backyard's huge. There's no pool. If you would like to, AJ can do a design and provide an estimate to provide a pool for that listing. What I've done in the past is had the agents put it in a cute little frame, put it somewhere near the backyard or in the kitchen so that they have an idea visually of what it could look like. And then it has his contact information and they can reach out to him to provide that when it's said and done.
You guys charge for the designs when you do the pool work?
The pool work?
Yeah, the designs.
Yeah, so in that situation, we do charge for the design. However, if you're one of our partnering agents, we can work something out on that. If we get the deal, whatever, you'll end up getting a referral on that anyways, or a revenue share. So we can usually work something out on that. At the end of the day, it's additional marketing for us. So in those situations, we'll work something out with you where it's not going to really cost you anything, because it's just additional marketing for us as well. And if we end up getting the deal, you guys get a revenue share out of that.
And I'm assuming that's the 3D design on all of those, and then you can share them out. And then we don't want to take advantage of you and throw 50 inspection reports in front of you, but is there a fee to go through, comb through an inspection report and give us like an estimate of like 5 or 10 things?
It depends on the scenario. I usually take the whole inspection report and give an estimate on it. But given that there's going to be an influx of volume coming in, I would have to charge for some of those items. If you intend for me to carry out that work, including myself, that estimate's going to be free. If you're going to use it as leverage in your negotiations to close the deal, that estimate will have a fee.
Awesome, perfect, that's what I thought, awesome.
And the one
Car-
thing that I would say, oh, go ahead.
Actually, I have two questions.
Okay.
Do you irrigation repair, like for backyard?
Yeah, we can do that.
And then I also have a commercial building that is a food distributor. It's like 50, 60 years old. So they do kitchen what's called cuttings for their hospitality clients.
Okay.
And the whole kitchen needs to be remodeled.
Okay.
And I don't think you have to pull a permit for that because it's interior.
Sometimes you do if you have to, if we're moving electrical or moving plumbing, we do have to pull.
Their offices, their cuttings and all of their desks are all like mid-green and everything needs to be redone, flooring included. Is this something that you would
Yeah.
entertain?
Yeah, so we do commercial and we do residential, so that is something we can help you with. Yeah.
Sweet.
Also, just to add to this, so a lot of the agents that we work with, the thing that I suggest to them is that although we are a tool, okay, do not abuse the tool when it comes to the inspection reports, because sometimes agents will go easy button, instead of doing their job, okay? Your initial job is get the inspection report, have the conversation with your clients. Inspections are not, make this home a brand new home for me. Inspections are, what do you want repaired? That if it's not repaired, you will walk away, okay? Having that conversation before you get him involved is gonna save him time and it's gonna save you a whole lot of time. There's thousands of agents out there, a lot of them closing hundreds of transactions a year. They don't have this service, they do just fine. This is something to add value to you guys, but don't abuse that value, okay? So that's one thing. The other thing that I will bring up is the Update Before You Sell program. This is a program that we provide to sellers. It is something that either myself or Eric can come through with you guys if you guys secure a listing, and there is repairs, okay? There is some small updates that are needed, okay? We can work with you and that client to get those things done to make sure that the home looks in perfect condition or better condition before it hits the market. How many of us have seen awful listing photos of the front of the house? The grass is half gone, the rock is missing, you see irrigation lines, dead trees. We can take care of some of those little things before you take photos to make sure that you have a more marketable property and your client has a better chance of getting the home sold, okay? So those are some things that we can also take care of, okay? So just food for thought.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here today. All of their information is going to be on Element, so we can start using them as soon as possible. So thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Colton.
All right, so we want to now talk about Rocket Lister. So we all know when we have a listing, there's so many little details that go into it, as small as putting on the lockbox yourself or paying someone to put on the lockbox, doing your MLS entry, doing photos, having another third party install your for sale sign. We partner up with a really amazing company called Rocket Lister, one-stop shop, and you can see for $165, they do all of that for you, including the MLS entry. That's amazing. You're going to save some dollars and time there. So we're very excited to partner up with them. Do you have anything to add?
I just think we got like the top ancillaries in the state right now. These custom fit guys are going to be great because we got a lot of onesie twosie projects. We got people trying to do a full renovation and trying to get bids for 30, 50 grand on flips and stuff. Like custom fit are legit. I really feel proud to bring them on. Rocket Lister, the same. Like from A to Z in a transaction, we want to make sure our preferred vendors, our ancillaries, we have the best in town. So no different with Rocket Lister. You get on this beautiful website, you punch in the address, you can pick out exactly what you want from a standard package or a custom package. They shoot photos, install your lockbox, put your sign up, put everything in the MLS for you, save it temporarily, and then zap you a notification, say, hey, your listing's ready to go live, go for it. And they're not charging you what other people would be, $300, maybe even more. And you don't got to go from a sign guy to a lockbox guy to a photo guy. Everything, like Valerie said, was that one-stop shop. So we're launching with these guys for our listing platform in the next couple days. But you guys, I got some flyers out here. You can grab those, take a look at their website. We'll add them to Element as well and lock and load it. Get some listings and use these guys. They're going to be really great. And the partners and their admin, I've met them all. You know, I vetted them. I wanted to make sure that if they're going to come over to this group, they're A+, and they are. So I'm really proud to bring them on.
Both companies, Aaron, they shout value and leverage, right? You got a one-stop shop for custom fit, all the needs that you need there. Here, if you look at the price for what you get there, that's what some people charge for just the photos.
Yes.
Then you're paying someone to go put your lockbox, then your sign, right? All
MLS
that stuff,
entry.
MLS entry, oh my goodness, right? So when you guys are out there, you guys work hard, you guys do a lot of tough work. Use these, utilize these to give you more of your time back and save a little money while you're doing it. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Perfect. Any questions on either one of these ancillaries? Seriously, you guys let us know. You got one? Talk into that box for me, man. They don't. But I have inventory over there. I just gave them 30 lock boxes yesterday. So if you guys need some help and you don't want to buy an electronic lock box because it's for one deal or your personal deal, just let me know. And then I'll send an email and say, hey, take one out of my inventory for Abraham and you can use it. And then they'll just stock it back in for me.
Yes, thanks, Aaron. He's saving us all $150. So thank
I
you
do
very
what
much.
I can do when I can do it,
Yes,
guys.
thank you very much. All right, June goals. Round of applause, guys. We did pretty good. Great job. We had 26 buyer closed deals and 14 listings closed with a closed volume of almost $17 million. So given market conditions, you guys did great.
We did. As a team, we did incredible because if you put these numbers up against anybody right now in the industry, they're probably half as much. So not only are we hitting our goals, we're beating everybody out. And if you don't look at CSU often or often enough, you got to understand, if we had 3,000 conversations and we're closing 40 transactions, like the proof is in the pudding. This data does not lie. And all of us are hitting our goals for July, And this is a great picture to show to anybody. We did amazing as a team, and I really appreciate how hard you guys have been working, which rolls us into July. Buell, can you tell us what usually happens when you have a good month?
Well, typically you have a really good month, and then you take a little time off. You cruise a little bit, not a big deal. I got 15, 20 grand in the bank, Miss Raina, right? So what we're seeing right now is that start to form. So we want to get ahead of that. We want to get back into the mix here, get our conversations up so that we can hit July. One good thing about July, we have an opportunity here. A lot of people take July off. A lot of people are out by the pool, like Aaron said. They're not working like we work, so we can make up this ground really quickly and crush July just like we did June. So
we're trying to avoid that roller coaster as a company and as agents, right? And it is really nice to take some time off when you did that hard work. We've already looked at our July numbers. It's July 11th. This screen does not match last month's goals whatsoever. So just try to put in a little extra work, because I don't want you guys going into August, September, October and saying, man, where are those deals? Because here's what always happens. As soon as you get past the summer, you try to rush some deals in October, and then boom, Thanksgiving hits, Christmas hits, New Year's hits, and then the lull going into February hits. So I know it's hard and it's distracting right now, but try to just keep your prospecting, creating business goals at a high level, and then you can take some more time off going towards the end of the year. That's just what I recommend. I want you guys to be a little bit more consistent throughout this summer. It's going to pay off.
I love that. And speaking of Sisu, we had a challenge this last month, men versus women for amount of conversations, and the winner is women. Congratulations. So to qualify for the outing, you needed 500 plus points. So that put Kate, Clarissa, Julie, Raina, and Priscilla in the top. And I'm so proud of you. And if we go on to the next slide, you're going to see it, just a little snippet of what I have planned for us.
Real quick, Buell, can you come up here for a second? On 3, like we're at a Knights game, let's do shame. Shame, shame, shame.
let me down, boys.
Yeah, and all you guys out there, you didn't hit those goals, so now Buell's going to come after you.
I love it. So I'm talking to a company called Mindfield Workshop. They're going to come out with us ladies. We're going to do some journaling activities, some meditation, some sound healing, all the fun stuff. Jen Whitman's coming too, right? And then we're going to go hang out at a resort spa over at JW. So I'm so excited, and I'm going to try to get this all completed within the next 2 weeks, ladies.
To be clear, guys, so you guys try harder next month, this wasn't our package. This was for the girls, okay? We got something way cooler than this. We just got to win.
Yeah, no. Well, so moving on for the July challenge, we're going to keep the theme of men versus women, and we're going to move the challenge over to appointment set. So ladies, let's start planning our outing for next month.
Don't call it a comeback, boys, all right?
Awesome.
Well, and congratulations, and that's a fun prize, and the camaraderie is really good. And we had a blast at our last event when we went out, and we went downtown, so that was really fun too. So try to get your appointment set. What do you got to do to get appointments set? Have conversations. All right, there's a million different ways to have conversations, guys. Just focus on that, and we'll see if Buell can do the comeback trail here.
Don't worry, I got my Rocky theme music. I'm
Yeah?
ready to go.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome. And then just a friendly reminder, if you haven't already dove into the Sisu coaching, I highly recommend it. Our agents who are consistently on there, we're starting to see a shift in all of you, and I'm very proud of you for consistently showing up. This is good stuff, guys. It really is great content.
And when is our coaching class?
It's
every week?
Every Monday and Friday at 11 a.m.
Keep logging in. There's special guests that have been showing up. We've been seeing some really good stuff come out of it. It's not boring, and there's always something new. Those guys are leveraging it over at Spring's office in Utah, and there's over 100 other agents on it, so it's been really kick-ass. Appreciate the attendance. Keep it up.
Yes. All right. We ready for some market updates?
Who knows what's going on with the market and where it's going to go right now? I'm going to challenge a few people. Okay?
On other planets
Want to do
looking
national
down.
stats?
Yes.
Let's talk about what's going around the nation here.
Yeah, so I came across this slide and I thought this was so great because this really shows us that as agents we have a story to tell. right? And that story is home values and prices are on the rise. The nasty is behind us. You can see when we were in a deficit as a country, it's behind us and we're starting to creep back up. So your clients are still seeing and feeling those headlines out there, right? Market is crashing, things are doom and gloom, don't buy a house, prices are going to fall, they're going to plummet. The data is showing us otherwise. So you have three big people here telling us otherwise. So keep that in mind. We have a story to tell. And if we go on to the next slide, I wanted to remind you guys that 92% of home buyers are using the internet for their search. So what does that mean for us as agents? We need to get in front of them on the internet. The best way to do that is videos. Use the data we provide you. Go online, find it yourself if you want some more intel. Make quick videos and get in front of these buyers on the internet.
A raise of hands, anybody who had created all their Zillow profiles and read the reviews and then like answered the reviews, has anybody got just a random call from a buyer or seller that said, hey, I found you on the internet and I want to work with you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people, because you set up your business the right way. And I told you, give it 6 months or a year, right? And you'll get business from it. And I love when these guys call me, you will never believe what happened. I just got a seller lead off of my profile, but I only have 5 reviews. I go, it's all you need. Don't overthink it, guys. Have that online presence built. And if you don't have it perfect, there's a class called Setting Up Your Business in Element. Just log in and follow all of my instructions and just get it done once, and then you're good to go going forward.
Yes, all right. Local insight. Raina, do you think inventory went up or down this week?
Oh, inventory went down.
Inventory went down. What do you think happened with inventory?
The
Went.
people that bought at the right time
Mm-hmm.
are locked into that 2 to 3%.
Okay.
So they can't fiscally afford to move at the time, so they don't want to sell. So they're not ready.
So in the last 4 weeks, 5 weeks, what was the trend that you've been seeing with the inventory right now?
Less listings
Mhm.
and more under contracts.
Less listings and more under contracts, which would mean we lost inventory. And that's the theme you guys are coming up with right now. Let's take a look. Right now we are at 1.6 months supply. Is that up or down in the last 6 weeks? A little up. So, little different story is starting to switch with us on what's going on. So that just leaves us at looking at these last 6 weeks here. It's been pretty stable. It's been up a little, it's been down a little, it's been hovering at 1.4, 1.5, 1.6. So now we're starting to see a little stability in the inventory. And we'll talk about what that means going forward. Total new listings, 841. Clarissa, catch. Is that high, low, or medium for what's going on in today's market right now? This is 841 listings in the last 7 days hit the market. How's that feel to you? It's gone up. Good point. She comes to the morning huddles and we look at the market conditions every time, right? And we were seeing 600 and 700 listings hitting the market, and now we just saw 841. The listings were a little bit low because of the time of year, and I think people are still sitting on the fence kind of looking at where values are going to go. Mike's shaking his head. He's like, yep, that's exactly it. But now we just got a little push of listings where it's increasing right now. Buell, do you think we're going to see this go to 8, 9, 1,000, 1,200, 1,300?
I think we'll stay around the 900 mark for probably the next 60 or 90 days. Stay holding there pretty steady.
And why did you come up with that? Why do you think it's going to stay steady or stable?
I think people are seasonal right now. They're going to stay at that 900 mark. Some people are going to be moving and changing jobs, schools, and things like that. So we'll see that bit of listing inventory come to market based on a necessity, not necessarily desire like we used to see.
Do you think more people sell their homes now in the next couple months or during the holidays?
Next couple months.
Next couple months. That's going to be the push. Kiddos start going back into school. Those for sale by owners are sitting there. There's a bunch of canceled withdrawals and expired that are sitting there. I don't know about you, but that's where you put where you put in your time now to get those listings to market. Yep. Next, we're going to look at total inventory is about 4,000 homes. What's the trend look like there, Valerie?
It's stabilizing. It had a little downtick here, but overall it's starting to stable.
But we're seeing a little bit more increase in inventory, but to Kate, you're seeing some more contracts go under, right? So now we're still stabilized right there. Let's look at the next slide. So if you look at what's been selling and what's been canceling, sold 672. Is 672 sold contracts in 7 days, low, medium, or high? 672 from what you've been seeing in the morning huddles. Somebody's shaking your head past the chat box. It's a little low, right? What were we trending at? We were trending at 850 to 900. You can see it. We were peaking out at about 900 contracts going under, right? 900 sold listings. That was a big push we just came off of. And now we're seeing that trend come down a little bit on the solds, but boom, all of a sudden, guys, we went right back to 758 with under contracts. So we're seeing like these pushes and these even flows with the market happening almost every few weeks to a month. And that's just kind of what you want to think about is like, we're not seeing these big highs, we're not seeing these big lows. This is just what we see in today's market. And to Buell's point, I think it's going to remain just like this. My Barry Habib for the week is this is what I think we'll see all the way through January. And we'll talk about why interest rates affect that a little bit. On cancellations, it's 157, extremely low, pretty standard for what we see. People are closing deals because they don't want to go out and find other houses because there's low inventory in the market. Next slide, please. Buell, you got something?
I was just going to say, for our conversations that we're having, the messaging here of things stabilizing is a powerful message because things have been so sporadic over the last, I don't know, year, 8, 9, 10 months. So if you can show that stabilization, you can put some people's worries to ease and actually get them off the fence and out there shopping. So that's a good message to have. Like we're seeing a stabilization right here, and it's still competitive. We gotta have our ducks in a row, but it's stable now. We can make a move if they're scared.
And if you go back to the national stats where we're seeing like the tick up on values, now you're starting to get sellers who are seeing articles that think their home is going to be worth so much more in the very near future. And that's not the case. Having a stable market also kind of pulls those guys in to say, they might have ticked up a little. It's such a small percentage. It's not the entire market and it's not what everybody's thinking. So still be really, really realistic about what your home value is today, okay? Chat box me. Thank you. All right, so who should I pick on next? Mr. Elton, you're a good person to pick on. Tell me what's going on with price reductions. If you see them at this number, what is that number?
Well, price reductions are 418, so they're going down, which is good because it tells us that people are coming to the more realistic number for selling their home, and people are getting more serious. They don't want to stick around for too long. So I think earlier we were seeing it more in $500, $600. There's like 600 price reductions. So the fact that it's coming down is good. I think soon here we'll be looking at the homes around 200.
200 was the average when we were really low on inventory. I think we were about 1 month supply, which was the lowest month supply we had. And the 200 price reductions per month we were seeing was the lowest price reductions we were having. So for the amount of supply on the market, this is about the average. This is about what we'll see. If values tick up a little bit more and sellers don't get crazy on their list price, we'll be trending around 300 for the rest of the year. Good job. Let's give him one big clap because he nailed that. And by the way, Jaime, stand up for a second. Everybody, this is Jaime. Give him a big round of applause. He just joined the team and he's taking notes and he hasn't even got his real estate license to the division yet. That's going to be a good agent. Good job, brother. Welcome to the team.
What did they peak at, the price reductions?
2,000. 2,000.
Perspective on the market normalizing that right there.
Exactly. A year ago, when the interest rates changed, those price reductions just went like that to 2,000, and then be coming down and down and down and down month over month. And that's kind of what we talk about. Where was the market then? Where is it now? And where is it going, right? We got to think about where it's going to be going soon. Valerie, why don't you take over this slide? It's a lot to deal with.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
it's the
this
hardest
one's going
one
to blow
out
your
there.
mind. Jaime, there's a lot of intel here, so you're going to want to pay attention. Ready?
So, Jaime,
1, 2, 3, go.
Our favorite phone call from a potential client is saying, Val, I need a house with a pool, with a huge yard, 4 bedrooms, and I need it to be under $300,000. It's not happening in Las Vegas, my friends. We have 13 under that price point.
Going to Elko.
Yeah, you're going to Elko. That's funny.
So it's a running joke with the team. There's only 13 properties, was it?
It was 13.
13 homes under 300 in Vegas. So if you have investors or unrealistic buyers, you got to send them to Elko or Pahrump if they want under 300.
And I guarantee 9 of those have tenants for the next 2 years in it.
Exactly.
And the other ones are distressed.
Good point. Good point.
Do you have
Next-
something to say?
Zach. Those are only single family. Good question.
Yeah,
We'll bring
just
condos
single
and townhomes in it. There probably isn't a lot there either, right? Because you were searching. That's right. All right, let's take a look at a price segment of 275 to 500. There's 1,200 units. Who cares? What does that mean? It's stable again in that price range as well. We're seeing the same amount of listings come in. We're seeing the same amount of buyers come in and buy them. So now we have a nice stable 275 to 500 range. Next slide. We're looking at 500K to 1 million, 1,337 units. Again, stable. Nothing to talk about there, but a stable market, okay? Next slide. 1 million plus. It hasn't really done a whole lot
It's here. Look at that.
since January, and then the heyday for inventory was at 800. It's been sitting around 500-600 the entire time. We saw the least amount of buyer demand come into this market, 1 million and over. Mr. Yamaguchi, we'll call you out on this one. Why in the hell do people spending over $1 million, why are they on the fence? That's why they have $1 million. And why are they smart? Because they're doing what? Come on, man. I'll tell you, they're smart with their money. They're probably watching interest rates, and they got a whole lot of other stuff in their portfolios. So they start moving things in different directions until they feel comfortable jumping back in with those low interest rates. Would you agree, Mr. Graham?
Yeah, bottom line is cautious buyers are buying it. That's why we're able to hire people to get qualified, risk takers,
Yeah.
people that like to roll the bones.
Raise a hand if anybody closed a deal in the last 6 months. Was it raise your hand if it was one of your hardest deals you probably had in a long time. Okay. The whole room just raised their hand. Okay.
I want to add one thing real quick. The last 2 months, on top of what you put up there for home values, 1.2% in April, another 0.9% in May. The numbers came out this morning. Black Knight, who owns the software where everyone locks their loans nationally, home prices have now eclipsed what they lost between this time of this year and last year, and we're all-time highs in over like 70% of the major 30 markets. So we're already at all-time highs. The media always likes to sell with median home price,
Sure.
which is just the middle, and there's more first-time home buyers now, so naturally the median home price is going to be lower, but the actual sales price on values are high. You know, if the stock market hits an all-time high, they're like, yeah, great, well, who owns stocks? Rich people. Regular people own homes, and that's something to celebrate. Those values are for everyone.
So if you're in a challenging market, which we're in, we don't have a ton of inventory. The interest rates made everything more difficult on us. We have a lot of buyers who can't qualify, and if they do, it's still challenging. There's a lot of moving parts going on. We're not in the same market we were before, and that's why all of you guys are dealing with much tougher loans, much tougher buyers, and it's only temporary. But you still have to close deals, and you still have to put food on the table, and there's still 3,000 transactions closing every month. Doesn't matter what market we're in. There's still 3,000 transactions closing every month. All right, next slide, mister.
So speaking of our Movement Mortgage crew, come on up.
Come on up, Movement Mortgage crew. Let's give them a big round. You don't see it behind the scenes, but they've been working their tails off to get our deals closed, and we
Yes.
appreciate that.
Yeah, on that point that you made, like with the deals getting harder, I mean, in the past, when the normal market, when interest rates were obviously a little better, you'd see, at least from our perspective on the lending side, it was like 2 buyers out of 10 would kind of be that quote unquote headache file. And right now, what we're noticing is 8 out of 10 deals, 80%, you know, have, as we put an air on them and are a little more difficult. So it's a testament to what you guys are doing, because if you can sell real estate in this market with how difficult, you know, these transactions are, the market, you know, gets a little more normalized and better, you're just gonna be that much more quick to crush it.
Morning.
Double
Yeah.
like it.
Little thirsty.
All right, yeah, so
Yeah.
Jen, the big question of the day, where are interest rates today?
Oh, fun times.
You got our notes, boys.
Our
Be
favorite
careful.
subject.
Got her notes.
I got my notes. Well, the last time rates were this high was last November 10th of last year, okay? So after about 3 weeks of the rate stabilizing, they were about a point better. Right now, let's fast forward to today, they're the highest they've been since this,
Fun
for this
times.
year. 7.32 right now.
Is that with
what the rate-
20% down?
That's just the average rate. National average.
And remember, the average FICO score in Vegas is about 30 points below the national average, so you can see our average.
That's a fun fact. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
When I first got into business,
It's all those,
What?
It's all the gambling?
all those credit lines at the Venetian, dude.
and less gaming impact on people's wallets,
That's a really cool fun fact.
the gap is narrow.
Okay.
Yeah, wow, that was, I did not know that. Rates are likely to rise again. Feds are gonna meet at the end of this month, and there will be, they're saying 2 more rate hikes this year. Sorry, guys.
My wife's not gonna be happy with you.
Sorry, guys. Don't want to be the bearer of bad news. But the good news is they're not slated to be astronomically high, so that's the good
Just
news.
slow climb.
But slow climb.
So, Gabe, can you tell us why the feds are raising these interest rates? Like, what the heck's going on out there?
So the Feds believe that by raising interest rates, they're going to continue to lower inflation, which can help to a certain extent because inflation also involves energy and cost of goods. So they can only do so much to try to bring down the cost of real estate. But that's half the battle, right? The other half of the battle is, with the White House, because they have more control of the cost of goods and domestic transportation. So we're kind of like in the middle. But kind of to piggyback what Jen had mentioned, I'm not too sure if it was this past week or last week, but the Treasury yield was yielding at its highest since 2007. Now, I know that could be some bad news, thinking that, because the yield's been yielding so high, what's going to happen next? A market crash. We're not going to go through a market crash right now. Why? Because they're so involved with the economy, forward instead of backwards. They'll do what's necessary to making sure that the banking system, they're at a healthy level and moving forward. So, speaking for the Vegas market, one of the main reasons why we won't see a market crash is because we have low inventory. High demand and low inventory, it's just create a higher demand for higher prices. So your clients are telling you, I'm just gonna wait for prices to go down. Well, guess what? They're gonna continue waiting for God knows how long. That's why we gotta educate them and show them the numbers that Valerie and Erica were showing you guys, and actually give them the facts instead of them getting consumed in the news, which we know that's 100% negative. And another thing that's causing rates to go up, I believe, is maybe a little bit with the war. It has a little bit something to do with rates, but not so much. But hopefully very soon, we're going to start to see more stabilization with the market, in which we start to see signs of that right now. We know that it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time for rates to stabilize. But we are starting to see somewhat of a level. Hey, we have seen the highest of the rates, and slowly but surely, they will start to come back down. I think they won't start to come back down until early 2024.
Yeah, let me add to that. If you guys recall sitting in here in October of last year, November, December, we were standing up here saying there's people a lot smarter than us that are, prognosticating, rates going down into the 5s, maybe even Preston past 5. End of first quarter, second quarter of this year, and here we are, and it's been nothing but. So these are the smartest people out there, and they're wrong. And so the simplest way to put it, and it's no fault of theirs, we're just in unique times, and the typical levers
Good point. Good way to chop that up.
Yeah, and the
Keeping it
big
real
thing,
there, Rob.
we will see a little relief in rate over the next 2 weeks. We're going to get some inflation data tomorrow that's going to be at least cause the Fed to think about pushing out another rate hike. The producer cost of inflation is going to go down to 1%, meaning people that are producing goods at 1%, that means 90 days later when those goods are hitting the market on average, the cost to the consumer is going to be only that. So the Fed already did enough to push down inflation, but the problem is they're not patient enough to wait. It's the good and the bad. They're not going to allow this to get out of control, but at the same time, they're going to do too much. It's going to cause the pendulum to swing. Rates are going to go way down, and then they're going to leave them down too long, and then the economy's going to overcook, just like it did at the end of the last administration.
Yep.
And we got overcooked, and then you throw in a bunch of COVID money on top of it, and it's just back and forth. I sent out an email to our group, and I just want to share it with you guys what I said, which is this. Gooch kind of touched on it. 40% of the mortgage people that are licensed right now through surveys are not planning to renew their license for 2024. 25% didn't renew for 2023. And then 10 to 15% are still undecided. We, and I'm sure your numbers are very similar, are going to be competing with about 35% of the competition we were 2 years ago. Right now, proceed as if this is going to last another couple years, because we don't know how much longer it's going to last. Work your ass off, outwork everybody out there, and then when the spring uncoils, you are going to reap the rewards 3, 4, 5 times greater. And we went through it during the last downturn. In 2008, my wife became the breadwinner in our household because there weren't any deals out there. And then 2009, built a little more. In 2010, a little more. 11, a little more. 2012, the spring uncoiled, and I was making more monthly than I used to make annually. And it's been a good 11-year run. Well, we got kicked in the teeth last summer, and it's been rough. But you just don't give up. You press on. You don't let anything stop you. Not high rates, not hard clients, not hard anything. Just kick ass.
Yeah. Great advice. Let's
Well
give
said.
them a round for that.
Thank you. Thanks. And Jen, look at your sweet little picture up here. Join Jen at 11:30 today after our meeting for Mortgage 101. She gives some good information. All right.
Though you don't have a crystal ball, could we assume, maybe from what you guys are seeing lately though, that rates would start to taper down going into quarter?
At the end of this year, they'll start sliding down some. We've said it numerous times. 6 shut down the market going up. Getting there again on the way down is going to find it. Hit the gate, the floodgates will come open. And for every seller that decides to list, there's going to be a buyer and a half when you buy that house that went on inventory being on for at least 2.5 years.
So inventory will definitely remain low. I think where it uncoils, if we start going from 7 to 6 to 5 to maybe the 4s, if you're in the 4% interest rate going into Q2 of next year, you will have so much business coming towards you. It will be insane, and it will feel like a completely different market. It'll be a humongous refi boom, which will be fun to see how that plays out. And then the values will skyrocket yet again because our inventory is just so low and we can't feed that appetite. So let's keep an eye on new construction, apartment buildings going on in here, and then I don't know when those rates are going to get down to the 4s, but some people are talking to Q2 of next year. So we still got a long ways to go. We just got to, like Matt just said, power through it as if, okay? We'll keep our eye on the ball for you.
Very good. All right, Landmark Meadows Title, just a reminder, they have 2 new offices under construction, so the physical location is shut down for right now. They are offering free notary services for your clients, and they should be up and running in the next couple of weeks. And we have Mike England here. Thanks for joining us today.
Right in the front, Mike, right in the front for me.
Yeah, so our give you an update, our office that is over by the LVR building, Rainbow and Russell, should be open by hopefully next week. So they're just finishing up the ceiling. Looks great. I'm excited about that big office. We also are building out a whole training room on the other side that'll have a commercial bar, and we'll be able to probably fit comfortably about 80 people in that space.
So Greg, the president, was like really pumping up the jam for that new office. He's making it sound like super sweet and like wants us to like kind of take our groups over there. Can you, like I haven't seen it, so I'm trying to vision what it's going to look like.
Yeah, so that additional multi-purpose space, that'll be available for large teams, small brokerages to be able to use for meetings. If you want to do a client party, we can do that as well there. And we even have a bartender that will be coming on staff that used to be the bartender at Southern Highlands Country Club. His name's Rob Morganti. We're adding a lot of new stuff. We still do have our original Charleston office. We just cut it in half and are redoing the entrance, making it all glass. It'll look even, it was already a really nice looking office. It'll look even better off of Charleston. So we'll have a couple more options, and then next year we'll probably open up something on the Henderson side as well. So we're growing big time because of you guys. Just to give you kind of an update on the title world, which most people don't really care about title market share, but Meadows Landmark Title, this group as in itself is already a top 10 title company in this in Clark County.
And that's 100% due to you guys sending your business over to our preferred title and escrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely, and these are our top agents. So I pulled our top 20 agents for all the teams that we work with. So that would include this office, Platinum Real Estate, Joe and Taylor, and GK, and some of the other groups. This group has 6 of the top 20 of our referring agents in the first half of the year. So that's Christian, Alessio, Ernest, Greg Martin, Mary, and Kate Alessi. So, yeah. And several others of you have been really picking it up in the last few months. I've seen you in all the classes, doing a lot of open houses, just being super active in the market. We do have another class on the 20th, doing the farming one. Every time I do, even if it's the same title of the class, I always change it up. I always add a little ChatGPT in it, a little bit of AI type stuff. This next one, we use the Black Knight Title Pro product. That's where I pull most of your data from. We also use Versium to skip trace that we were referred by Aaron. There's some new stuff that Versium is doing on the buyer lead side that's pretty incredible. So you're gonna wanna come to this one. I got some new lead sources through both programs that get me excited no matter what the market's doing. It kind of helps you guys pivot if you need to different segments, no matter buyer market, seller market, low inventory, high inventory. So I got some pretty cool stuff on that.
To Mike's point, we always talk about insider information, and we're usually talking about that for the homes and stuff like that. If you want it on the technology side, the lead gen side, and kind of the back end of real estate for when you're managing your business and working on your business, go to Mike's classes because it'll make you a better business owner.
Yep, for sure.
Yep. Thanks, Mike,
Absolutely.
so much for being here.
Thank you.
Good stuff. All right, and all of his classes are on the Team Up calendar. All right, Miss Mindy Brown, First American Home Warranty.
Hi, Mindy.
So big shout out to Mindy. She sponsored our last team outing about a week ago at the bowling alley. We had so much fun. So thank you so much, Miss Mindy.
I'm so out of shape. Like my arm still hurts from that night. You know, but
the arm, all this
it was so fun though. All you guys that came out, that was a really good time.
It was fun. First of all, good morning, everybody. And I gotta tell you, what a group today. Like, I'm really excited. I walked in, and I was a little bit late because I had an appointment prior to this, and I walked into a full house. And I gotta tell you guys, I go around to a lot of offices and talk to a lot of people. You guys, I hope you know how lucky you are to have Buell Valerie.
Oh, heck yeah, they do.
I mean, like, seriously. Like, the amount of support that you get, now them partnering with all the other people, like, you guys are really lucky. And believe me, I see it because I'm around to all of them. So shout out to your team
Thank you. We
leads.
appreciate that.
And then I want to thank you for supporting me as well. You guys have been awesome. I mean, this last month was my second month, full month, and I got kudos from my boss because my numbers were really high. So a lot of it is thanks to you guys. So thank you for supporting me continuing to support me and when Kevin left. So I really appreciate that. And don't forget to do seller's policy when you have your listing. It has been, I've been promoting it like crazy, going to all the offices, and it really is a good tool for you guys. You put the seller's policy on it. It can transfer over to the buyers. You can add the $70 for the heating and air conditioning stuff, which I do recommend if it's an older home and the appliances are a little bit older, because for $70 it's peace of mind and will cover up to $1,500 of any out-of-pocket costs. So having that on there has just been huge. I've been doing a lot. And then when you do go into contract and the buyers want to update, sometimes the portal won't let you do it. I don't know if any of you had any issues with it, but just send the information to me. Just get it over to me and I'll get it all updated for you and then get the invoices sent out to your escrow team and everybody, okay?
And I had a couple questions from agents like, hey, who should I contact? How should I reach out? We have your information on our website, Element. They can just text or call you right away,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And they're like
You can text.
24/7, you don't sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very responsive, so
Pretty
thanks,
much.
Mindy.
I feel like I haven't been sleeping lately. I posted a picture the other day and my mother goes, I love the picture, but hon, you look a little tired. And I'm like, well, Mom, it's you know, it's been a long
That
couple
Alessi
months.
team, they're really working me.
It's been a long couple months, but no, but seriously, utilize it because it is huge. And I think, you know, and I also have the little flyers. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them. They fold kind of in a triangle. You can put, when you're doing open houses, it said there's a year home warranty, First American home warranty on it. You can kind of post them. I have door hangers that you can just, like, if you guys need anything, let me know. Go onto your portal, look and see what you're marketing, what you're allowed. You can order stuff. A lot of it is no cost to you guys. You can order. But if there's something you know that you've seen out there, ask me about it because I can get it ordered. And thank you. I appreciate all of you. Call me, text me, email me. If I'm in a meeting, but I'll get back to you as soon as I'm done with my meeting.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Mindy.
Thank you.
All right, Greg and Brody could not be with us today, but just a reminder, their information's on Element. They're the best in the biz. Brody was an agent himself, so their service is so amazing, so please use them.
It's our home inspection, home warranty, title and escrow is here, and lending. So we have every partner you need for your business.
And I want to shout out Greg Martin for an awesome Zillow review. He actually got like 3 in a row, but the best real estate agent I've ever worked with. Greg, straightforward, ethical, and will give you his honesty value. Why is everyone laughing?
Wait a minute,
That's
why is
funny.
everybody laughing?
Why is everyone laughing?
You never know.
Straightforward, I love it. Honest evaluation and opinion at all times, even if it comes at the cost of him closing a deal. He truly advocates for the client, which is nearly unheard of these days. 10 out of 10 recommend. Great job.
Is that client's name ChatGPT?
That's funny.
Is that client's name ChatGPT?
One is my sister.
I love it. Great job, Greg. All right, what we got going on this week, we have Jennifer Whitman doing Mortgage 101 right after this class at 11:30. Daily Dose tomorrow, boot camp number 3. We're going to be going over MLS listings and how to manage your offers. If you've been doing this for years or you're brand new, you can get some good intel and some ideas on how to manage these offers for your sellers and to be the most professional level you can be. We have call night tomorrow night. Please come. We'll give you lead leads. Ooh.
Big change, big change. What is on?
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. So please join us all tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Thursday, Daily Dose, and Friday, CSU Coaching with Justin Nelson. That takes us to something very exciting happening over at LVR, the Board of Directors election for 2024. Take a screenshot of this, guys. These are our partners, people we love to work with. Aaron Trust, he knows and likes them. I've highlighted them in blue on who we would love for you to vote for. And we have our own Rob Morganti. You've been seeing him dropping off his flyers. They're actually up here. He's awesome, guys. So if you can, please vote. You should have received an email yesterday from one of these 2 email addresses. So check your spam mail. If you did not get the link to vote for your electronic ballot, there's a help email here that you can send an email to.
So on that note, did everybody get that email yet? Because I did not.
I did not.
Raise your hands if you didn't, please. Just I want to know because we got to reach out to support. You won't get it just yet. And you didn't get it?
No, but I emailed the help
Okay,
one this
and
morning.
then I do recommend these individuals up here for a reason. I won't get into it. And then obviously we want our buddy Morgani across the hall. We want to vote for
Yes.
him. If you have questions on any of these constituents, let me know. I'd be more than happy to talk about any one of those guys. And then, yeah, get your vote in.
Awesome. All right, June awards. If you hear your name, please come hang out with us, and then we'll take a picture at the end. We have our highest number of conversations. In first place, Miss Kate, 635 conversations, followed by Clarissa and her
Congrats
awesome new
again.
headshot with 377, and Zach with on a close third, 344. So great job. We have most appointments met. First place goes to Kate, 12 appointments met.
No surprise.
Along with Christian, you're tied for first place, Christian, so come on up. You
Christian,
also had
you
12.
tied with her. Good job.
And we have our awesome Zach Dunmeyer in second place with 9 appointments met. Highest number of closed units. This is also a tie for first place for Miss Mary and Christian with 3 closed units in June.
Here you are, sir.
Our top listing agent, Greg Martin, 955,000 in closed volume. And we have our top selling agent, Miss Mary, with 1.4 in closed volume.
1.4 million.
And Rookie of the Month, this is going to Miss Kawai, also known as Chloe. Killing it. She came in, followed our playbook, and is getting deals on the board. So we're so proud of you, Miss Chloe. And our Element Cultural Icon Award goes to Clarissa. So I just want to say, Clarissa, you bring so much joy and sunshine into our office every day. I see you partnering up with the agents, helping them out. You have just been such a lovely addition to the team, and we'd love having you here.
Thank you.
Right, and then we have our Inner Circle Award winners, our top 3 agents for the month, Greg, Mary, and Christian. Good job.
Good job.
And Scott at number 4. Great job, Scott. And Abraham, you're here too. Great job making that top of that list.
Come on up, Abraham. You're not getting out of it. Good job.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us for stakeholders meeting. We're going to take a quick snapshot. Do you have any ending words?
No, I just really appreciate the support and everybody coming today. Have a fabulous week. We'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody at home.
Clarissa, Priscilla, can you take us a picture? All right. Come on, guys.
Come on up.